Welcome back here live to the Perry Maroon Athletic Center as we get ready for the final game of this regional tournament here at Perry. It'll be the Hennessey Eagles, 15-7, taking on Class 3A's 13th ranked Washington Warriors. The winner will be one win away from the state tournament. Hello again, everyone. Todd Miller along with Adam Dieselhorst. And you look at these two teams' records. Washington's is pretty respectable at 17-8. Hennessy's is okay, but they have really been playing their best basketball at the right time. They have a veteran coach. He's still young, but a veteran in Brady Page that has this team peaking at the right time.
Well, and just someone that's very familiar this time of the year. Hennessy's had a lot of success in the playoffs, and Brady does a fantastic job. This is going to be a really fun matchup just from a talent perspective team-wise, but also we talked about the way they match this regional up. You don't get to see a Washington-Hennessey matchup normally this early in a regional, which is a really cool matchup. But, TJ Scholes, good friend of mine at Washington, does a fantastic job also coaching, and I look forward to this one.
Well, Washington was expected to be here. Hennessey was not. Hennessey had to upset third-ranked Alva on their home floor, 48-47, to get here to the regional championship game. They won over Lindsay on the road, 50-44 in the district championship game. They have won 7 straight games coming into tonight's matchup. Washington's road here to the regional finals, the district championship at home, a win over Chisholm 75-43, and then they won here at Perry over the Maroons 63-61 in the regional semifinals. Washington ranked 13th, Hennessey unranked, but surging as they have won 7 straight. Something will give in this one tonight. We'll be back to meet the starting lineups as we tip off the region championship game. From Perry, it's Hennessey and Washington next, right here on Squirtle.
Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and ranch land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
There's something different about Coldwell Banker Realty 3. Yes, we are updating our look to match this ever-changing world. The star on our new logo represents the North Star, the star used by weary travelers to lead them home. And that is Coldwell Banker Realty 3's mission, leading our customers to home. New look, same great company since 1983, the North Star and Coldwell Banker Realty 3, leading you home.
Starters are being introduced. Still a very good crowd here inside the Maroon Athletic Center. Some of the fans, though, for the previous game after Perry's girls beat Lindsay, have started to depart. Here's the starters for TJ Schultz and Washington. They'll be the designated visiting team of the scoreboard. They'll start Anthony Trejo, a 5'7 senior, Kobe Scott, a 6'5 senior, Hector Quiones, a 6'2 senior, Cash Andrews, a 6-foot junior, and Hayden Hicks, a 6-foot junior. Hicks is their only double-figure scorer, averaging 12 points a game. For Brady Page, he has been at Hennessey since the 2011-2012 school year. He'll start a sophomore James Sims, a junior Seth Simonek, a sophomore J.L. Torres. Christian Rodriguez is a senior, and junior Leighton Schultz. So Hennessey wanted to get back to the state tournament. They've done it in 2A, tried to do it in 3A. They have a young base in which they will go head-to-head with a more veteran Washington team. And here we go. We're underway at the first whistle. Hennessey controls the first half. You see the Eagles in the white and blue uniforms will go from right to left. Trejo pressures the basketball from Schote, and it's tipped out of bounds.
Well, early on, I give major props to number 12, Torres. He wins the Swag Award. He's wearing Twizzler socks.
Yeah, he is. Baseline left, Torres spins and scores. And how about that shot?
When you hit shots like that, you can wear Twizzler socks.
You do whatever the heck you want to do. Half-court pass for Washington is tipped out of bounds, and I think they're going to call a foul. They're calling a foul on Hennessey, and Brady Page is already up, and he's barking at the official. So that's the first whistle of the ball game. It comes with 21 seconds gone, and the whistle is against J.L. Torres. So he has the first basket and the first foul of the ball game. Cash Andrews, left wing, Trejo. Hennessey of that zone defense. Brady, of course, his dad, David Page, has been known for three-quarter court zone traps in the zone defense, and Brady has had a lot of success following that game plan. There's a travel on Washington, first turnover against the Warriors. Well,
and if you don't play against this zone a lot, it's confusing, and you have to obviously make intelligent passes, and you have to take care of the ball.
Leighton Schultz having problems in the backcourt, finally gets it on a crossover dribble around Trejo. 2-0 Hennessey as we played nearly a minute here of the opening period. Rodriguez dribbles into the paint, pivots, goes left wing. J.L. Torres backing down, off one leg, puts it up, shot spins off. Washington crashes, and it's Hennessey basketball as Kobe Scott was the one that touched it last. Washington with one double-figure score. It's 6-foot junior Hayden Hicks at 12 a game. He also averages almost 2.5 rebounds per start to go along with it. Bounce pass is stolen away by Hicks right on cue. Hayden brings it to the front court, whips it across the floor, nobody's there. I don't know if he thought that Quinones was going to be there, Adam, but there was not a Warrior player within 10 feet.
Yeah, and I don't even know if that was necessarily necessary. I don't know if you can say that in a sentence, but I just did. Because, I don't know what kind of advantage he was trying to gain by throwing a no-look pass like that.
Washington in a man-to-man defense, and the ball knocked away from Torres, and then it'll be an over-the-back foul against the Warriors. It'll be the first foul of the night against Washington. It's against Kobe Scott. Washington will front the inbounds pass. Torres gets it in the low post and spins and scores off the block. JL with a 17-point-per-game average for the 15-7 Eagles. Both of these two teams will be in the Area 1 tournament. One will play Thursday afternoon. The other will play Friday night. Hayden Hicks puts up a three. That one hits the hill of the rim. Good hustle, though. Kobe Scott runs down a rebound. Gives the Warriors an extra possession and driving to the basket. Andrews takes the contact and throws it up and in.
Oh, boy, that was a big shot there. That thing was tough. Went in, got bodied up, put it off the glass.
Cash Andrews with his first points, and Washington is finally on the board as we played a minute 46 here in the opening period. The first whistle of the night, or the second against Tennessee, is on sophomore James Sims. Foul shot spins off for Cash Andrews, who came in 61% for the line this year. 4-2, Hennessey raced out to a 4-0 lead early. Washington, that man-to-man defense. Left side is Schultz, hands it off. Torres will trigger a three, bang! How about this guy? He's got great footwork in the low post, and he showed some range right there. And a foul on a near steal into the front court for Hennessey, and that's going to go against Leighton Schultz. That's his first. 7-2, Hennessey. 5:53 to play here in the first period. And Brady Page's team, coming off that win over number 3 Alba, is off to another great start. Cash Andrews will dribble into the front court. Andrews has the only basket for Washington at this point.
Nice.
Good feed to a cutting Scott, and he lays it in.
It was a nice little set there by Coach Scholes.
Very unselfish basketball on the part of the Warriors on that possession. Schultz into the front court left, and down low a foul. And I think they're looking at Quinones. That's going to be Hector's first. Washington starts 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Hennessey will inbound. Schultz, Torres out high, hands it off to Leighton. 2.5 minutes deep into the opening period. 7-4 Hennessey. They led 7-2. A screen, and the three on the way is short for the top of the key from Rodriguez. His first shot attempt, and the rebound to Hicks. Hayden whips it right side. Trejo with it. Foul line extended to the wing. Now we'll back it out against that very difficult Hennessey zone.
Yeah, it is. It's an odd front in a zone that you don't see a lot. And it's tough. They do it well.
Hayden Hicks for three, misses short. It carries him right to the foul line. Rebound gathered by Trejo. He'll back it out. Washington has been pretty patient against this zone. That's really when you don't see it very often the way you have to be.
Yeah, you do. And a minute ago, they got up to the short corner and they dove their high post guy, and that's kind of a premise that usually works well.
Andrews straight on for three, no good. Trejo with a rebound, another offensive rebound. That's the problem with the zone, though, sometimes it's defensive rebounding. Off balance, Scott puts up a four shot. He missed it, but Hayden Hicks rips the rebound away from two Hennessey players.
Well, and be aggressive on the boards because you're going to get rebounds. That's a good-looking shot there.
Hicks for three, missed it. Follows his on shot, goes to the rim, overshot the basket, and a foul called against Hennessey.
Man, Washington is killing Hennessey on the rebound.
Christian Rodriguez has his first personal foul. 7-4, 4:12 to go here in the first period. Here comes Luke Hendricks into the ball game, a 6'3 senior and a stud for Washington State runner-up football team. How about that inbound set? The inbound Andrews to Scott, who touches it back to Cash for the tip hit.
I like that inbounds play.
7-6 halfway through the first period. Regional final and a carry out front against Leighton Choate. Early scoring, Torres has all 7 for Hennessey. Cash Andrews has 4 of the 6 for Washington. Kobe Scott, the other basket for the Warriors. Just past the midway point of the first period, Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst. On HennessyEagles.tv, WashingtonWarriors.tv, and Squirtle. The foul line, Evan Andrews raises his shot short. He follows his own miss. Drives, goes up, and the shot was blocked. Good block that time by Sims, and then a whistle with a rebound. Well, when you don't rebound, Adam, that's exactly what happens. You're 9 times out of 10 either going to give up a second chance basket or a foul.
I don't really understand why he tried to go with the jump ball there. He should just allow it was a blocked shot. You should just allowed it to kind of go through and play off.
Yeah, you're right. No foul. It was a block. Inbounds pass to Jamison Holland, a 5'10 senior. TJ Scholes has already used his bench pretty liberally here in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Luke Hendricks with a basketball. Luke kicks it over the right baseline.
Nice
3:15 to play. They cut Hicks to the rim, but the pass was too high out of bounds.
Man, that was the right idea. It was a good look.
Washington's losses twice to Marlow and Purcell, once to North Rock Creek, Newcastle, Lindsay, and Bridge Creek. Postseason wins at home over Chisholm and here at Perry over the Maroons. 3 on the way by Timmy Perry. Sticks in the back rim and falls off. Jamison Holland with a rebound. Under 3 minutes to play in the opening period. Andrews, Hicks drives baseline, cross courts at Hendricks 3. No good for the left corner. Luke puts it on the floor, goes back up. The shot was blocked that time, and Hennessey has the rebound.
Yeah, good defense by really both these teams so far here early on.
Left corner 3, wide open, good. Timmy Perry. And it's 10-6 Hennessey, but that ends a scoring drought for the Eagles. They're still in front as we wind towards 2.5 to go in the period. Hendricks, Andrews. It's more of a 2-3 zone that sometimes they turn it into a 3-2 look. Jamison Holland. Right side, Andrews. Andrews against Torres. 2:11 to play here in the first period. Hayden Hicks. Hendricks on the baseline, whips it down low to Holland. Holland backs out. Now being ridden to the sideline by James Sims. Hendricks, a good pass down low, going up but missing the challenge shot. Evan Andrews, he gets it back and he's fouled. Well, Brady Page just have to be livid over there. I mean, they are getting killed on the offensive glass right now, but still lead by 4. Christian Rodriguez becomes the first Eagle player with multiple fouls. Hennessey has been whistled for 5 already, and there's a minute 57 to go in the first period. So Andrews, who is a 73% foul shooter, averaging 2.3 points per ball game and 2.4 rebounds, hits the first free throw. Still cannot believe Bryce Miller cut us off and I didn't get a post-game show.
Tom Nelson's rolling over in his grave right now.
I hope he's not in his grave, but he may be rolling over somewhere. Second foul shot is good. And it's 10-8. 1:55 to play here in the first period. Hennessey facing some full court pressure. They'll trigger it inbound. Sims gets it to Show. Washington has gone to a trap, full court trap, and Page with his team in duress calls a timeout. 1:51 to play here in the first period. 10-8 our score, and we're glad to have our Squirtle partners part of this one tonight. HennessyEagles.tv and Washington Warriors.tv, as well as on the Squirtle.tv app.
Yeah, it's always fun whenever you get to pair up a game of Squirtle schools.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
All right, 2 strikes against my buddy Bryce Miller, third time and I'm walking. He cut us off in mid-sentence. 10-8 our score, 1:40 to play here in the opening period. Back at Perry, left corner 3 again by Timmy Perry. That one rattles off. And the rebound to Jameis Hollison, who came soaring in.
I was about to add some riveting analysis, too.
Luke Hendricks kicks it left corner. Go ahead, we got plenty of time. Holland back rims a jumper in the paint. Rebound to Sibadet.
I'm nervous now. Put me on the spot.
Leighton Choate spins into a double team. Out high with it is Torres. His 3 this time a little strong, and Holland has the rebound for the Warriors.
Yeah, and that time it was just a little rushed.
1:05 to play in the first period. Washington could grab their first lead with a basket of this possession from 3. Quiones, Hendricks. Right side, Jamison Holland. Holland coming off the bench. He is a 5'10 senior, averaging 2 points, 3 rebounds a game, shooting almost 44%. We're under a minute to go here in the opening period of this regional championship game. Washington and Hennessey in Perry. Perry's girls crushed Lindsay to punch their ticket to the Area 1 championship game next Friday night in Enid. Hendricks tries to probe his way in. Luke kicks it over the left wing side. Quiones. They may play for the final shot in this possession. Adam began with just a little more than a minute to play.
Yeah, it's just really good defense, and really credit to Washington. They're not losing patience. They're being smart, not turning the ball over, and get a shot off here and keep it a 1-possession game, or maybe possibly tie it or go ahead by a point.
Well, we hope Bryce will let us watch the final 12 seconds of this one. Hector Quiones with a basketball. 8 seconds to go. The ball stolen away. Trying to reverse it. Simonek with a steal to the goal. Layup is good. And that'll do it in the first period of play. Seth Simonek jumped the passing lane and then won a foot race down the floor to the basket for the bucket. 12-8 Eagles over Washington at the end of 1. This is the 3A regional tournament on HennessyEagles.tv, Washington Warriors TV, and Squirtle.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-34...
A steal and a basket by Simonek. Hennessey has the ball, leading by 4 as we start period number 2 in the Area 1 3A Regional Boys Championship game from the Maroon Athletic Center. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst. Choate around the screen, comes to a jump stop out high. Simonek back to Leighton. We really do have a great crew that helps us night in and night out. Choate is going to be called for over and back. That was because of the defensive effort from Washington. Bryce Miller producing our broadcast, and Jake Runk is on the camera. We have the easy job, trust me. 7.5 to play before intermission, 12-8. You a little surprised that this hadn't been a little more high scoring?
Not so much. The way that Hennessey plays defense, it's tough to score against them.
Scott's trapped underneath the goal, and they're going to call him for 3 seconds. Hennessey's record is not as good as you might see for some teams. It's still really good. They're 8 games over 500, but they play in that brutal small school conference, the Three Rivers.
Three Rivers is tough, man. Always a lot of good teams in it. Obviously, this year you've got Cashin, and the Tonga boys are really good, and Okarche boys are always good. And so, obviously, gets them ready for the playoffs.
Christian Rodriguez, after Hennessey beats the full court pressure. Tell you what, a good schedule prepares you for February and March, and it certainly has helped Brady Page's ball club as we get a hand check out high against Trejo, and that's going to be Anthony's first. 7:04 to play. Hennessey has allowed 44 and 47 points in their first 2 postseason games. They have won 7 straight. They were 6-6 as recently as the middle of January. That was after a 5-point loss to the Tongas. That shot's off the mark, no good. Since then, they have gone 9-1 in their last 10. Hendricks with it right side. Under 7 to play first half. 12-8 our score. Trejo right in front of Brady Page. Backs it out top of the circle. Diagonally cross courts it for Hayden Hicks. Left quarter. That's Race Castor pump fakes. Castor out for the first time. He's a 6-foot senior. Hendricks top of the key. Schote cuts him off. Washington patient, but they haven't had many opportunities against this tough zone.
It's tough to get through. You got to be, you really need to, TJ needs to go back to some of the stuff he was earlier. Good timeout by Coach Scholes.
TJ calls the timeout. 6:17 to play before halftime. Hennessey 12, Washington 8. Back after these messages on HennessyEagles.tv, WashingtonWarriors.tv, and Squirtle.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
We'll check some scores from 3A and other winner bracket games. Bethel leads Kingston 8-6 early. Millwood over Joyce Christian 8-7. Marlowe all over Jones 19-5. Purcell over Sequoia Claremore 14-5. Valiant over Roland 14-12. And obviously we have our game here, Hennessey over Washington 12-8.
Strange times we live in. Regional championships tonight. 48 hours later, it's area consolation play. Andrews misses. Scott with a rebound, and Kobe is fouled. Well, the fouls are starting to really mount against Hennessey. Or they call a tie-up. I think they called a tie-up, and the arrow belongs to Washington.
I believe that it was a tie-up.
It was, and the Warriors will keep it. Still 5 fouls already up there against Hennessey. We played 10 minutes of the ball game. Race Castor gets the bounce pass inbounds. Sets the table out front to Anthony Trejo. Trip 5s to go opening half. 12-8 our score. Driving baseline. Andrews lays it up. He missed it. Scott tipped the rebound. Hennessey has it. Well, the Warriors are relentless on the offensive glass. J.L. Torres cross courts it. Christian Rodriguez, he tries to attack against that zone defense, throws it up, he missed it. It was short, rebound gathered up by Castor. Washington pushes, Hennessey gets back, Trejo drives baseline and stepped out of bounds. Or have they called a foul against Hennessey? I think they've called it on James Sims.
Yep, they did.
That's his second personal foul. and the 6th against Hennessey. So next whistle puts Washington to the free throw line. Race Castor from left wing through the paint, misses the backdoor attempt. J.L. Torres off the window with the ball. Torres, the leading scorer for Hennessey, with 7, pinched off left elbow. Seth Simonek for 3, misses that one right circle. Down for the rebound is Hayden Hicks, and a foul over the back. And that is number 3 on James Sims. That's also, it should be the 7th. Now they're only showing 6 up there on the board. I have 7, and now they do put 7. And so it will be a 1-and-1 for Washington.
Now the question is, do they know who the shooter is? This is, if they don't know, you put your best free throw shooter at the free throw line.
So Hayden Hicks at 73% to the free throw line. He is the best among the regulars of the rotation for Washington. He misses the front of the 1-and-1, but it almost sounded like there was a whistle.
Some really bad shooting in this game.
Oh, boy. 2 of 4 for the foul line. Washington, Hennessey yet to get there. Torres backing down, offensive foul. Kobe Scott took the charge. JL with his second. Brady Page is much more laid back than other family members. But you know, internally, he is boiling right now.
Yeah, he's not real happy.
His defense is bailing him out. 12 points, and they have played almost 14 minutes of the ball game. Washington, on the other hand, has just 3 field goals and a pair of free throws for their total of 8. 4.5 to go before the break. Trejo, Hicks out front. They exchange passes against the zone. A work out of the baseline. Hendricks rips the bounce pass away. Now kicks it back of the wing. Good pass down low to Hicks, who takes a dribble, and he missed the layup. Hayden then tips the rebound out of bounds. It'll go to Hennessey. That hurt. Hit my knee.
See that thumbs down?
Yeah, I did.
2-inch chest pass?
Yeah, I'm going to the trainer at halftime. Hennessey basketball, 4:11 to play here in the first half. Along with Adam Dieselhorst and our crew, I'm Todd Miller and Perry. Christian Rodriguez dribbles underneath the basket and loses it off of his leg out of bounds.
Still all plugged in down there?
Doesn't matter. Bryce will turn us off when he wants to.
Bryce was doing some homework down there earlier.
Yeah, that's been the problem,
yeah,
I think.
He was.
He was told if he didn't pass this class at Oklahoma State, he'd have to take another year. I said, you know what I'd do? Change my major.
Uh-oh.
They lob it back door. Good haul in by Scott, who goes up. Shot was blocked. Scott gets it back and lays it in.
How long has it been since anyone has scored? It's got to be a 4-minute drought
yeah,
on both
over
sides.
4 minutes. Torres with the block that initially allowed for that offensive rebound. Hendricks pressures in the backcourt. Tell you what, if Bryce doesn't pass that class, he ought to just enroll in journalism. You don't have to pass any classes. Rodriguez, that's a joke. Crosses over, loses Hendricks for 3, no good. Christian, averaging almost 10 a game, has not scored yet. Backing down to the block is Hicks, out high to Hendricks. Got by with a travel, it looked like. Trejo trying to back his way in, now gets it to Hendricks for 3 out front. That one is no good. Leighton Choate with a rebound, up ahead, a bounce pass, intended for Simonek, stolen away by Trejo. Whips it up ahead to Andrews, to the goalie, hit the bottom of the rim, and a foul against Kobe Scott on the rebound. Kobe Scott has become the first Warrior with multiple fouls in the ball game. Timeout, or is it? No, a substitution. Evan Anders comes in for Kobe Scott. That's a big loss. Scott at 8.7 points per ball game is their second leading scorer, and at 5.5 rebounds per ball game leads the Warriors in that category.
Well, the second guy always gets caught. He actually fouled the second time, but they always tell you that. And a strange foul call 90 feet from the basket.
Rodriguez, Torres, foul line left, no. Rebound to Holland, he fell to the floor. And they're going to call a travel, and Hennessey will keep possession of the basketball. That will be an exchange of possession, so it is a turnover against the Warriors. 12-10 Hennessey, you see on the bottom left of your screen with 2:40 to play here in the first half. Right side, Simonek, that one is batted free, and we get another whistle. They may be calling a kicked ball. And Hennessey is going to inbound it with Seth Simonek. Don't say that name too fast, too many times.
Seth Simonek. There are a lot of Simoneks around the
There
Hennessey
are.
area.
Have been for years.
And a lot of Choates, too.
Yep.
As well.
Christian Rodriguez will inbound foul line right in front of the Washington bench. Leighton Choate. 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Choate drives right, ducks under the defender, throws it up, back rims it. It was good defense that time by Holland. Forced him into a tough shot. Washington the rebound. Hendricks drives baseline to the goal, and he missed the layup. It hit on the back of the rim and then fell off. Hennessey still leads by 2 and a foul, and that's against Luke Hendricks, and that was nothing more than frustration at midcourt as Luke Hendricks picks up his first. He'll check out of the ball game, and coming back in will be Hector Quinones. That's the 5th foul against Washington here in this low-scoring, defensive-dominated first period. And a turnover. Perry on a bad pass from Choate, hauled it in but had his foot on the sideline.
Man, this game has been sloppy on offense, man.
It's been brutal.
Is it taking you back to GAC women's basketball?
Be nice. 2 minutes to play. First half, right side, Holland drives baseline. Pump fakes, goes up, and the game is tied. That one almost tried to rattle out of the rim.
I know, but it went down. I mean, I think it's almost like there's a lid on the rim. Hennessey has not scored in over 6 minutes, have they?
Hennessey has not scored in the second period with 1:40 to play before intermission. Rodriguez tries to change that, goes right, misses the layup. Andrews the rebound. He'll push ahead. Washington on a 4-0 run has tied the game, and a terrible pass by Cash Andrews. Threw it near the Todd Miller area of the bench, 1 or 2 seats for the end.
You've got a couple spots for you over there.
I never had that much room.
I'll tell you what, Hennessey wins the award for top swag gear because
They do. I saw
they
that.
got the Squirtle shooting tops. So.
Yep. Minute and a half to play. Second period, Hennessey led 12-8 at the end of 1. It's a 4-0 Washington advantage here in the second period. Choate pivots, bounces it out high. Rodriguez drives left. In the corner, it's Perry. Run off the arc. That's Simonek. Simonek to the cutter. Perry misses the left-handed layup. Stick back by Torres is home. JL has 9 points, and it took them almost 7 minutes to get their first bucket of the second period. At the other end, Evan Andrews gets deep, and he's fouled.
I cannot believe that it's gotten physical here in the last couple minutes.
Third foul against JL Torres, and that is terrible news right now for Hennessey, as Torres will have to come out. Luckily, it came with a minute to go here in the first half. Evan Andrews misses the first free throw, so he'll have an opportunity to cut the advantage down to 1 for Hennessey at 14-13, and he crawls it home. Washington has hit 3 of 6 for the foul line. All 3 makes have been by that young man, Evan Andrews. 42 seconds to play before halftime. Rodriguez across midcourt. He'll put up an uncontested 3. Defender closed late. It's front rims. Rebound to Andrews. Up ahead to Holland. Holland pivots on the right block, goes up, misses everything left. Choate with the rebound, had a teammate streaking down the floor wide open, and a foul from Holland. Leighton Choate did not see his teammate. I think it was Simonek that was streaking down the floor, and that was because of the backcourt pressure. The foul probably turned out to be good by Holland. That's only the 6th against Washington. 34 seconds to play here in the first half. In Perry, 14-13. Hennessey can play for the final shot. It's amazing you score 2 points to this point, and you still lead in a regional championship game.
It is.
That's how good their defense has been. Rodriguez drives, cross court, it's deflected, saved in bounds by Simonek, but he did so to Washington. Now the Warriors can play for the final shot and take the lead to halftime. Anthony Trejo will hand it off to Cash Andrews. 10 seconds to play in the half. Trejo with it right side. Dances, now attacks. Fall away 8-footer, front rims no. Ball picked up, Trejo lays it up and in. And that will do it in the first half of play. It's fitting that Hennessey will trail on an offensive stick back by Washington.
Man.
The Warriors in the first half have assaulted the offensive glass, but have shot very, very poorly. But Washington will take a 1-point lead to halftime in this Area 1 Boys 3A Regional Finals from Perry. 15-14 is our score. We'll be back with our halftime festivities in a moment. This broadcast on HennessyEagles.tv, WashingtonWarriors.tv, and presented by Squirtle.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Freaking good. Back in Perry, we are at halftime. You see the score, lower left quarter. Washington 15, Hennessey 14. Washington has had one lead. You see it right now. That came on an offensive stick back on a missed shot going into the halftime locker room. Earlier today, one of the regional champions were crowned in girls basketball. Perry won their 12th straight. The Lady Maroons head to the area finals Friday night in Enid with a 64-45 victory today over Lindsay. And Paul Duncan joins us. Coach, it's just good to sit here by you with the headphones on.
I guarantee that. I'm glad you were here, and I was excited when you tweeted me and said you were going to be here, and so it's fun. You hadn't got to call one of my games yet, and so it was fun to have you here.
Boy, what a performance by your bunch. I told you off air, Paul, they are a fun group to watch. I mean, off of turnovers, off of misses, they're pressing and attacking.
Yeah, they are a really, really fun group to coach. And last year, they were a really, really fun group to coach. And I told them last year, you guys got a chance to be special, and they were, and got to state tournament. And then this year, it's a whole, even though we got a bunch back, different group, and they got a chance to be special, and they showed tonight that they can be.
Josie West, obviously the shooter, but coming in, she shot less than 30% from three-point range. It was bang, bang, bang all night long. 8 3-pointers, a career high for her.
Yeah, she is a kid just like 23. My lefty, she went 7 for 8 here about 2 games ago from 3. Her and Josie and Kennedy Height, they put all kinds of time in the gym. The last 2 days of school, Josie's came to my room and said, I need the keys during lunchtime, so she's been shooting on her own. And they just put up a bunch of shots, and that hard work pays off. Here's a name from the past. They put up as many shots on their own as Jeremiah Bozeman did back in the day. So that's the kind of work ethic they have. That'll help you compare right there. So,
that's one thing I've noticed just through your social media posts is that this team loves each other. They like being together. They like improving. They made the state tournament last year, had higher expectations this year. So too did you with the schedule you put them through. Ooh. But they're not settling to go to the state tournament. They want a gold ball.
Yeah, they love practicing. Right now they're tired of practicing, but they love practicing. They love playing. They love getting better. And I know you're talking about our offense, but it all starts on the defensive end of the floor for them, and they've really bought into that. And I don't know what we give up at halftime, but it was not very many, 14, I think.
Yep.
And, we really wanted to put a focus on the defensive end and take care of that, and then made some shots on the other end. That makes things easy. But I try to tell them all the time, I don't care what happens down there. let's get the job done on this end, and that end will take care of itself, and tonight it did.
You're a young guy that's coaching in his 32nd season. That started, I guess, when you were about 17, right?
Yeah.
All
yeah.
joking aside, though, you've had to do a lot of different things and adjust to a lot of different things. Another adjustment. You only have about 2.5 days to get ready now for an area championship game.
Yeah, it's tough. But, on the flip side of that, Luther only has 2.5 days to prepare for us. But we played Washington when was that, Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday, played Washington Saturday, and they're defensively, they're picking up man-to-man, full court. And then Lindsay, for the most part, tried to pick up tonight man-to-man. And Luther's going to do the same thing defensively, so kind of gives us some practice towards that. But we're going to watch film tomorrow, and we're going to go eat and go to the Bedlam women's game tomorrow night. We had that plan. We're going to go ahead and do that. I think it's important to continue to spend some time and relax. And then Thursday we'll get after it. Then we'll go watch the boys play. And then Friday we'll go over there and get after it. We've played in Enid's gym before, so I think that's an advantage for us. We played Riverside there, really good win for us. But I just love coaching my kids. I think they love playing for me, and I think it just shows both ways. And then we added Coach Prawley, Jennifer Prawley, my assistant this year, and, man, she's been awesome. The kids love her to death, and that just helps us out, and she's made us better. And it's just really been an exciting year, and we're ready to go on down the road.
Most of your career, in fact, almost all of it except Perry, has been really spent with boys' teams.
Yes.
How much of adjustment, Paul, has that been? Or as you said off air, it's just athletes, isn't that right?
Yeah, we're just coaching basketball, just coaching basketball. And, you saw the Alva teams, the early Alva teams had some size, and so we kind of played a little bit different. But then as some of those guys graduated Alva and we ended up with those Pee Wee groups, then we started spacing and shooting it, and so we've kind of taken that and continue to do that. But then I also have Bradley Dale in the middle, who's a really tough matchup for people. So we can space and shoot, but we can also throw the ball down there and go get buckets.
Tonight was fun. Good to see you, my friend. I got a text anyway from your friend in El Paso, Slappy. He says, congratulations.
Tell Slappy hi for me.
Paul Duncan, girls coach at Perry High School, visiting with us. He was in the 3A Area 1 championship game, 64-45 over Lindsay. We'll be back with a look at the scoring in a moment. This is the 3A Regional Championship game on Squirtle.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Bellarmine Company, we know agriculture. Every day we actively value, market, and sell farmland and farm equipment. We also provide comprehensive insurance products for crops, farm equipment, and farm liability. This provides us a true understanding of the rural way of life, resulting in a better service for our customers. There is a difference. We'd be honored to show you. Find out more at callbellamy.com. That is callbellamy.com.
Back to Perry. A big thank you to Lady Maroons head coach Paul Duncan for stopping by and visiting with us. Again, congratulations to the Lady Maroons. They beat Lindsay to go to 22-2 with their 12th straight win, 64-45, behind 25 points from Josie West. Best of luck to Lindsay as they now will play an elimination game on Thursday afternoon in Enid. Their opponent will be Community Christian, a 58-48 winner over Sequoia Claremore. Scoring in the first half, not a much, as you might expect, 15-14 Washington. J.L. Torres has 9 points but 3 fouls. Timmy Perry has a made three-point basket. Seth Simonek with another field goal, and that's it. Hennessey 0 of 0 from the foul line of the first half. Leading scorers at halftime for Washington, Cash Andrews and also Kobe Scott with 4. Scott came out late in the first half with 2 fouls. 3 at intermission from Evan Andrews, all for the foul line. Jamison Holland and Anthony Trejo also had 2 points. 3 of 6 was Washington at the free throw line. We are at halftime. It is Washington 15, Hennessey 14. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on Squirtle.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for...
Here we go. Fun halftime show with Paul Duncan. Hennessey has it down for the first time tonight, 15-14. As we start the second half, Torres to a cutter. Good layup.
Nice look. Good little set there.
James Sims, so the recipient of that Torres pass. It's his first basket. It's 16-15 Eagles. Half a minute deep here into the third period. Winner is off until Friday night. Loser will play in Enid on Thursday. Trejo, pump fake out high. Hennessey goes all the way in that zone. Cash Andrews with the basketball. Andrews gets a lob pass back across the floor, lobs it down low, and Sims tips it away right into the hands of Scott, who feeds it to Hicks for the layup. 17-16 already. A little bit more flow to this game from an offensive standpoint a minute into the second half.
Well, two made baskets on back-to-back possessions. I don't think we've seen that the entire game yet.
I think you're right. Schultz, Torres, JL, follow a jumper on the baseline. Good. Golly, this guy's good.
And the other thing I'm going to tell you about, you've got two really good coaches matching up against each other, so you know they came out prepared. And most of the times when teams are overly prepared or taking the time to work at it, unlike regular season in the playoffs, it is a little more difficult to get points on the board.
Torres has 11. He's just a sophomore. Washington turns it over, and then Hennessey gives it right back. Trejo was able to knock it off of Schote on the baseline out of bounds. Washington will have it in the front court.
To get some scores and some teams trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament. A boys consolation. Riverfield Country Day leads 24-22 over Wellston. Arapahoe Butler leads Texoma 34-29. Caddo over Rattan 34-27. And Cyril over Canute 21-18.
Hayden Hicks dribbles the ball on the midcourt stripe near our broadcast position. Hennessey will get it back on the exchange of possession. Eagles lead the Warriors 18-17 as Luke Hendricks comes into the ball game for Washington. One of the better football players in Class 2A this past season. Leighton Schote gets a screen from Sims, brings it to the front court, whips it down low. Torres had a strip on the way up, but it's out of bounds. Last touch by Cash Andrews, but those quick hands probably prevented another Torres basket. Christian Rodriguez will throw in, bounces it to the cutter Sims, who goes up and he's fouled. Hayden Hicks hacked him in the act, that's his first. And now James Sims, the sophomore, averaging 5 points and 6 rebounds, will go to the foul line. He had the first basket for Hennessey to start the second half. How about Brady Page with sophomores Torres and Sims? The future looks very bright.
Yeah, you know, Sims has spent most of the game in foul trouble, so.
James' first foul shot is up, and it's good. This is the first free throws attempted by Hennessey tonight. 19-17 Eagles. Not much separation through almost 20 minutes of this basketball game. Second one, back rims, and the rebound tipped up by Hicks. And Trejo has it for Washington. Warriors down 2. Set the table out front. Both Brady Page directly across from us and TJ Scholes just off to our left and across the floor. Barking instructions. They try to force it in low to Scott. It's stolen away. Out of the pack with it is Schote, and then he slips on the floor and travels. Man, this gym is lively. I mean, there's a decent contingent from south of Norman in Washington coming up I-35, but feels like this place is jam-packed with the ambiance, if you will.
No, it's great. We talked about it earlier on. I think they did a great job when they put this thing together. I love the end zone seating, too.
It's a live place. Hendricks to the cutter. And Scott missed it, but the tip in is good by Hicks.
I'll tell you what, Washington's missed a lot of bumps inside.
Oh, boy. Tied at 19, under 6 minutes to play here in the third period from Perry. Schote out front. Rodriguez guarded by Hendricks, and a foul on Luke. That's his second personal foul. So Hendricks becomes the second Warrior tonight with multiple fouls, joining Kobe Scott. Hennessey will inbound the basketball with James Sims directly in front of us. 12-8 Hennessey at the end of one, 15-14 Washington at halftime. And a bad pass by Sims goes out of bounds underneath the Washington basket. Since the ball was not touched, the Warriors will throw in exactly where Sims threw it in. That's in their backcourt. Hicks bounces it to Cash Andrews. Under 5.5 minutes to play. Third period tied at 19 to the 3A Area 1 Boys Regional Final from Perry in the Maroon Athletic Center. Trejo swings it right. Hicks with the basketball. Hendricks with it. Lobs it back to Hayden. Washington has had some looks at the rim against this stingy Eagle defense tonight. Trejo will trigger a three. That one does not go. Rebound is saved inbounds. Great hustle play, though, by Andrews. And then they call a travel against Washington.
Well, it started off looking like we were going to make some progress offensively, but now it's gotten back to the physicality and a little sloppy on the offensive end both ways. 5
minutes to go, third period, along with Adam Dieselhorst and our crew here in Perry. I'm Todd Miller. Good crossover move. Rodriguez hits a little runner. His first basket. Hennessey has outscored Washington 6-0 from beyond the arc, and it stays that way as Hicks misses a left corner three. Schote with a rebound, nearly had to take it away. He'll bounce it to Rodriguez. Christian into the front court. Hennessey by 2, glides to the goal, throws up a runner at short. Rebound on the floor, and Trejo has it.
It's kind of the same thing, you know, both teams just, you know, I don't know what the shooting percentage is, but I'm going to guess combined under 20%. It's got to be, right?
Give and go, Cash Andrews loses the handle, but he was fouled. And that will be the first team foul against Hennessey. I would venture to say it's somewhere around 25% combined.
Well, you would know better. You've seen a lot more games in your life than I have.
I've seen a lot of low-scoring games, so I have a feel. The king of low-scoring games. I show up and the rims get covered. Right side, Andrews.
Not for the Perry Lady Maroons.
Well, they were good tonight, weren't they?
Sure were.
4:15 to play here with the third period. Big game. Winner is one win away from state in Class 3A boys basketball. Holland to Hicks. Hendricks turns down a three, drives, throws up a runner at front rims. Rebound tipped back to Luke, and he throws it in. Hendricks with his first basket. He comes in averaging 7+, and the game is tied again, this one at 21. Timmy Perry left side in front of the Eagle bench. Brady Page calling out the offense. Leighton Schote backing down, takes Holland off the dribble. Holland bats it free. Schote picks it up to the cutter Sims. He airballed the floater. Rebound saved in by Scott. Up ahead, left side. It's Hicks to the paint. Into the body that time of Sims. He lost the handle. And a foul against Hennessey. Excuse me, they're calling that on Washington. That's the third against the Warriors, and that is number 3 against Kobe Scott. And Scott will have to check out of the lineup again as 6-foot senior Race Castor comes in. He did not tally in the first half, came in averaging just over 2 a game. Christian Rodriguez. Hennessey doesn't go real deep on their bench, do they?
No, they don't. Washington plays a lot of players.
Yeah, they do.
That's one advantage. They're able to get really physical on what they do on both ends of the floor.
Rodriguez bounce pass tipped away. It's lost by Simadek out of bounds. Well, there's a bad possession for Hennessey. But what you're seeing, in fairness to both of these teams, is both are getting their hands in the passing lanes and batting a lot of balls free.
Very active. Two teams that are very good defensively.
Hayden Hicks into the paint. Holland to Hendricks left wing. Underneath with it is Holland. He goes up and scores. His second basket gives Washington a 2-point lead. Under 3 minutes to play from Perry, third period, 23-21. And a foul against Holland at the other end. He ran over Seth Simadek, who was trying to set a screen. Second on Jamison, fourth on Washington. So keep an eye on that, as only one foul has been whistled against Tennessee. Foul shooting could be big in the fourth period. Simadek looks in the backcourt, now lobs it in front of us for Rodriguez. One dribble, puts up a contested three. Over Hendricks, it's too strong. Rebound to Andrews. Washington could build on their biggest lead of the night with points in this possession. Winding towards 2.5 minutes to play here in the third of the Class 3A Area 1 Regional Finals. Holland lobs it down low. Andrews goes back door, sets Hendricks up for three. It's short off the front rim. Washington still has not made a three-point basket as Simonek runs down the miss. Rodriguez into the paint was challenged. The shot hits the back rim, bounce off, no good. Hendricks with a rebound. Washington has some athletes out there, and they are really banging right now with Hennessey. Hendricks, one-handed slam.
Lord.
Luke Hendricks with a one-handed thrush to the cup.
I mean, where did that come from?
Luke is a good athlete, if not the best athlete on the floor for either side. He posterized the Eagles there at a timeout.
Man, that woke me up. Even woke Bryce up.
156 to play, third period. Washington by 4, back after these messages on Squirtle.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Back to live action. Late third period. Hennessey and Washington. It's a 4-point game for the Warriors. It's their biggest lead of the contest. Sims post right block. Good feed. Layup good from Simonek. Just like that, the Eagles have shaved the Washington lead at half. It's 25-23. Hendricks feeds it high post. Trejo slides to the corner. Anthony one-hands a pass to Cole Andrews. They look to TJ Schultz for the instructions. 2 really good young coaches going at it in this game.
Very good coaches.
Luke Hendricks to Andrews. Bounce pass batted away. Trejo runs it down. 1:06 to play here with the third. Luke with it, left corner. Andrews back to Hendricks. Under a minute now to play here with the third. Winner is the regional champion. They will play the winner of Sequoia, Claremore, and Purcell in next Friday night's area finals at 8 o'clock at Enid.
This is smart here, too. I'll probably see Brady come out and trap. A lot of times he likes to trap out of this.
If it is Washington and Purcell, that would be the third meeting between those two communities that are separated by just a few miles. In fact, 2 of the 8 Washington losses this year have come to the Dragons. Washington with 3 guards out, just resting the ball with a hip now of Andrews. They'll start the offensive motion more than likely between 15 and 10 seconds. Trejo looks to his head coach. He's standing right by him. Now we'll start the offense. You better go. There's 7 seconds to play in the period. Trejo crosses over, goes in, kicks it out right. Ball fumbled, picked up. Trejo for 3. Got it at the buzzer.
Big shot.
Trejo with the first made 3-point Washington bucket of the ball game. And the Warriors have the biggest game lead for either side going to the fourth. 28-23 for the boys 3A regional at Perry on HennessyEagles.tv, WashingtonWarriors.tv, and presented by Squirtle.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
coming back, we'll check some scores. Marlowe leads Jones. They're all over. We talked about Marlowe's success this year. They're up 57-31. Jones is a good team. Westville leads Lincoln Christian 45-41. Obviously, we have this game here. Then we have Kingston trailing Bethel 22-20. That game has not been updated recently. Millwood over Rejoice Christian 35-15. Purcell, this is who will match up this, 37-29 over Sequoia. Valiant trails Roland 33-30. And then Oklahoma Christian School leads by 14 over Crooked Oak at half.
OCS, the favorite going into the state tournament. Should they reach there, they've been ranked number 1 most of the year in 3A. Here we go, 4th period underway from Perry. Washington basketball, the Warriors with a 5-point lead, the biggest for either side of this ball game. Cole Andrews dribbles between the rings. Trejo hit the first and only 3-point basket of the contest. And a timeout called across the floor from TJ Schultz as Trejo was trapped and trying to save the ball off of a Hennessey defender out of bounds.
Well, and that's smart, and you're going to see a lot more of that out of Brady. He does a good job. They mix that up out of their zone. They'll come and trap. Sometimes they trap the first pass. Sometimes they wait to trap to the corner. It's really tough.
Earlier today here at the regional in Hennessey, Alva's girls advanced. They march on, beating Washington 45-36. Alva's boys ranked 3rd with 2 losses in the regular season. Entering the postseason, they lose by a point, 43-42 to Perry. So the Gold Bugs are headed home for the season with a 23-4 record. And 3 of those 4 losses, including both in the postseason for Shane Feely's club, were by 1 point.
Well, let's check some Class 2A boys scores. Warner leads Oklahoma. Oh, no, they trail Oklahoma Union 30-23. Hooker over Merritt, 40-39. That's a good one over at Fairview right now. Cashin is all over Amber Pocasset, 49-33. Dale leads Okima, 64-33. Alata over Boonapache. Look at this score. We thought our game was low scoring. How about 15-9 a half?
Wow.
Panama and Silo are tied at 58. And here's a good one. We just saw Corey Bales' daughter. They lead Hal 59-40 in the 4th quarter.
Luke Hendricks throws it away in the backcourt. It was untouched, so that means Hennessey will get it on their baseline in the front court. Eagles really turning up the pressure out of that zone. They had stretched it out of the timeout, following a 5-point deficit. Sims in the far quarter to inbound. Leighton Schote with it. Gets it to Torres. He spins in the paint, throws it up at front rims. Torres set much of that 3rd period after picking up his 3rd foul. Trejo to Hendricks, to Anthony, top of the key, Andrews. Minute gone here in the 4th period. Washington trying to win the boys 3A Area 1 Regional Championship here at Perry. A rare matchup, as Adam alluded to. Washington and Hennessey going at it. Andrews to Trejo. Trejo dribbles around a double team, lobs into the paint. They touch it now to Scott. His 6-footer back rims and goes down.
Is that his first bucket of the game?
That's his 3rd.
My bad. Pay attention.
It's his first here in the second half, and a near steal. And they're going to call a foul against Cash Andrews as he had taken the ball away. Boy, it's imperative for J.L. Torres not to pick up that 4th foul, Adam, with 6:37 to play. They called the foul instead on Luke Hendricks, and that's his 3rd. The 5th against the Warriors here in the second half. Leighton Schote will get the inbounds pass. Washington, the matchup zone. That's what it appears like to me.
Yep.
Schote bounces it over the right block. Torres backs down, offensive foul. Well, that's big problems now. That is a big, big foul. Right on cue, we said Torres, who has been held to 11 tonight because of foul trouble, just committed number 4.
That's number 5 is what they're saying.
I missed one, and Torres is out of the ball game with his team down 7. Now it is a very steep hill to climb for Hennessey. You've just lost a 17-point per game score with 6:24 to play in the ball game. Brady Page is visiting with the official. He's taking his full 60 seconds, and he's going to bring in Seth Simonek as Torres, his night is over. This will not be the final regional championship game in all likelihood that Mr. Torres will participate in.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Obviously, Now, credit to Scott. He's done a good job of, enticing that offensive foul most of the game.
Turnover, Washington, as they try to half-court pass it. It's out of bounds. Hennessey has gotten more aggressive out of that zone. That's forcing Washington to play a little quicker than they want.
Yeah, and there's a lot of time in this game, obviously 6 minutes. But, I mean, with the way these teams have been offensive, 7 points, that might take them 3 quarters to score.
30-23. They combined for 29 points in the first half. 15-14 Washington on a stick back right before the buzzer going into the halftime locker room. Attacking right. Rodriguez goes to the paint. Ball knocked away. Picked up to the goal for the layup is Holland. That's a big swing. 32-23 Washington by 9. Under 6 to play. Left quarter. 3 on the way. No good. Off the arm of Rodriguez. They lob it up ahead. Trejo to the layup. Good. He's fouled.
And they call a foul on Sims.
James Sims with his 4th personal foul, and this one is slipping away from Hennessey. It's 34-23 with 5:45 to play. Anthony Trejo has 7 points, 5 in the second half. He averages just under 4.5 per ball game. Again, your leading scorer, J.L. Torres, is out of the ball game. He's fouled out with 11 points. Garrett Vincent was out there briefly. He comes out of the lineup for Brady Page's club. Free throw is up, and it is good. Trejo with a 3-point play, and it's a double-digit lead of 12. 5:42 to play in the ball game. Rodriguez probes, kicks, Perry, quarter right 3, no good. It goes over the top of the backboard and out of play.
Very impressed with Washington defensively in this game, and they just been locked in all night long and making it difficult on Hennessey every shot that they put up.
The only way you beat either one of these teams is you're going to have to make some jump shots.
I would agree. You have to make outside shots. Neither team has shot the ball well from outside at all.
No, I will say this. Washington has been able to get to the rim maybe more than Coach Page would have liked tonight.
But and baskets in transition.
Yep. There's another one right there.
Ooh.
But a missed layup. Great bounce pass by Andrews, and Hicks couldn't figure a finish. Schott into the front court. Rodriguez underneath. The layup good by Sims, and he'll get it and one. Sixth foul against the Warriors here with 5:17 to play, and Hennessey a chance to get it down to 9 if the youngster James Sims can hit the free throw.
Well, like you mentioned, the 2 sophomores from Hennessey, they got a lot of upside.
Third foul against Jamison Holland, and the free throw is no good. He followed his shot, kept it alive. It's still free in the paint, but Holland picks it up. Well, Sims is 1 of 3 for the foul line. Hennessey with a half-court trap. It's a 2-2-1 zone trap. Washington works it across the floor. Andrews now to Trejo. They're going to spread it out. Ball almost stolen by Perry. Trejo rips it away. Drives to the goal, lays it up, and a foul. That looked like a clean block. That looked like a clean block by James Sims. And that is the 5th on Sims. So now Brady Page has 2 starters that have fouled out of the ball game. Kobe Scott will come into the ball game after the first Trejo free throw. Brady is using this time again to visit with the official just across the way. That is foul number 5 against the Eagles here with the 4th period. Hennessey is already into the 1-and-1 with the next whistle. And John Perry, the senior, is going to get the warm-up top off with Squirtle on the back and check into the ball game for the first time.
Good-looking Squirtle top.
Foul shot by Anthony Trejo on the way. Good.
Boy, Trejo has been big. Hit that 3 right before the half. He's had a couple buckets in transition. He's really been a good floor general the whole game, and he's defended really, really well.
He has really stepped up offensively here in this second half as he has his 10th point, 8 since the break. Lead back to 12, 37-25, under 5 minutes to play. Regional championship game on Squirtle. Rodriguez triggers a three. It hits the rim, goes over the backboard.
It's just been a tough shooting night for him. He's got a good-looking shot. He's just seems like everything's just a little off. His shot's been a little long most of the game.
I would venture to say, I don't have the three-point numbers, that he's probably at or near the top of three-point field goal percentage for Hennessey. They have not dropped tonight. Rodriguez has just a bucket. That came here in the second half. He averages almost 10 a game. Hendricks beats the pressure. On the dribble, the Trejo out front, now to Andrews, and they're going to work the clock again. A good decision here by Coach Scholes. They try to trap. Holland has it to the free throw line. Pivots and goes back out front to Andrews. 4:20 to play in the ball game. 37-25, and Trejo will draw a block on John Perry.
Still have one more foul before the bonus.
Sixth foul against the Eagles with 4:21 to play. This is not what Hennessey had hoped for, is foul trouble, and two starters already out of the ball game with 5 fouls. They are not a deep team.
Well, and their two biggest offensive threats are, that's not a good pass.
Bad pass on the inbounds.
Goodness.
He threw it right to Rodriguez. Christian left corner, Perry three, no. Rebound out of bounds. It looked like it was off of Hennessey, but they say Cash Andrews touched it last. Even with the foul problems tonight, Coach Page has only gone 3 deep on his bench. Has to sicken him to look over there and see his sophomore sensations, James Sims and J.L. Torres on the bench. Inbounds pass knocked away from Leighton Schote. 4 minutes to play and a travel at midcourt. That's Hayden Hicks, who's had a tough night with a basketball tonight. Hayden only 4 points, averaging a Washington best 12. He's the only double-figure scorer for the Warriors. Washington has won 2 straight, 7 of their last 9. Ranked 13th in 3A boys basketball with a record of 17-8. Left side Rodriguez, another whistle. This thing has really become a foul fest as Trejo has his second. It should send Hennessey to the free throw line, and if you're a Warriors fan watching, you don't want Hennessey having a chance to get points without that clock rolling.
We talked about that. I mean, obviously you want to stay aggressive. It's what's gotten you to the point you're at and held them to only 25 points, but you want to be smart about not putting them at the line. So it's one of the ways they can cut into a 12-point lead.
Kobe Scott is out of the ball game for Washington with 3:58 to play, so we're just under the halfway point here with the fourth. Hennessey down 12, going to the line for a 1-and-1 with Christian Rodriguez. It's on the way, and he front rimmed it. Or there's just some nights it's your night, other nights it's not. And tonight it hadn't been Hennessey's night. Andrews, jump passes, gets into the front court. Hicks to the goal. Good bounce pass, and Trejo lays it in.
Boy, Trejo almost didn't get that over the cylinder.
14-point lead for the Warriors with 3.5 minutes to play in Perry. Leighton Schote spinning around Trejo to the goal, lays it up, and it rolled off. Rebound to Luke Hendricks. If you're an Alva fan watching this one, I think it's pretty reminiscent of what happened to their game today.
Man, it's just, it's like there's a lid on the goal.
They couldn't get anything to drop.
Nice
Good
look.
no-look pass. Holland to Hendricks. He misses the bump. Rebound tip. Holland gets it, goes back up and in.
That's just an effort play. Hennessy's defender kind of gave up on him there. I think you're going to see Brady sub.
41-25, 3 minutes to play. Hennessy's going to have to come back to the losers bracket and win 3 straight to get to the state tournament. Christian Rodriguez, left side, Seth Simonek. Simonek attacks. Now it's Rodriguez. Whips it across the floor, out of bounds. Last touch by Hicks.
You got to remember, and this is smart by Brady, they're going to have to play on Thursday. And that is a quick turn. So getting these guys out, getting them a little bit of rest.
They will face Sequoia Claremore if they don't rally to beat Purcell. That would be an elimination game at 3 o'clock and Enid on Thursday. Winner gets the winner of that one. Again, if it's Purcell and Washington, that's a big-time rivalry. And a travel on the inbounds pass as John Perry went up and had nowhere to go.
The scores real quick. Bethel leads Kingston, our boy, Taylor Weebner, 43-40. Purcell is, Sequoia Claremore has cut that lead, though. It's 43-39 now. Purcell leads. OCS all over Crooked Oak, 62-38. Marlowe all over Jones, 62-33. Roland and Valiant is still 33-30. Millwood 42-20 over Rejoice. Westville 55-49 over Lincoln Christian.
Into the front court, taunts to the goal, misses the layup. Rebound to Hennessey. 2.5 to play. The reserves finishing this one up. Garrett Vincent down the paint, lays it in. 41-27. Purcell has beaten Washington twice. That's 1/4 of their 8 losses this season, and a Warrior turnover on the floor is Vincent. And then finally he is tied up, but it's still a Washington turnover because the arrow belongs to Hennessey. TJ Scholes wants a timeout. 2:17 to play. 41-27 Warriors in the 3A regional final from Perry on Squirtle.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Final 2:17 of the game, 41-27. Todd Miller, Adam Diesel-Horst, Bryce Miller, no relation, although we'd like to be related, and Jay Kronk on the crew tonight. John Perry's 3 left wing, no good. Washington with the rebound, it's Jaden Cornelius, 5'8" junior. Blaine Steele, the senior, with it left corner. Well, cross court it, and we're under 2 minutes to play. Warriors are going to hold the ball, make Hennessey come out and pressure. Weston Smith does just that, and they cross-court it for Cornelius. Clock winding down, 1:40 to play. Wing right is Tots. He throws it across the floor to Jaden Cornelius, and his bounce pass is batted into the backcourt, but a good hustling play that time by Race Castor. 1:19 to play in the regional championship. It looks like Perry's girls and Washington's boys will go to the area finals out of this regional into Area 1. It's a game of keep away right now for the Warriors. They don't even need a trigger again if they so choose. Leading by 14 with 71 seconds to play. Left side is Heddenberg. Across court it, they pull it back out front to Castor. This is good discipline by the Warriors.
You see Brady Page over there talking to his players. He went and spoke with about every one of his starters, just reminding them there's still life in this double elimination tournament.
And a foul. John Perry commits his second. And that should be the 7th against Hennessey, so it'll be a 1-1 with 51 seconds to play. Appreciate our Squirtle partners, PerryMaroons.tv, HennessyEagles.tv, and WashingtonWarriors.tv for having us on tonight.
I have to say, much respect to Washington. Washington is a recent school that joined us this season, and they are a school that we love to have be a part of our network. And it's kind of in an area of the state where we're kind of the network's a little newer, and I think it went really well for them.
John Perry, after Heddenberg, hit 1 of 2 free throws, back rims it, down for the miss. Race Castor. Half a minute to go from Perry. Castor, middle of the floor for Tots. And Washington will pull it out again. This was a 4-point game at the end of 1, a 1-point game at halftime, a 4-point lead for the Warriors after 3. And it has completely gotten away thanks to foul trouble tonight from Hennessey. J.L. Torres and James Sims, 2 of their leading scorers, both underclassmen, both have fouled out. 5 seconds to play. Washington holding the ball in the final tonight. The Warriors 42, Hennessey 27. So congratulations to TJ Scholes and the Warriors on winning the regional championship. 42-27 is our final. We will be back to put a bow on this one right after these messages on Squirtle.tv.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Back here at Perry High School, congratulations to the Perry Lady Maroons and the Washington Warriors, both regional champions here, 42-27. You see there the score on the scoreboard. TJ Scholes, the head coach of Washington, joins us. Coach, congratulations. You and I were talking about this off the air, man. Hennessey is a difficult team to face. That zone is really tough to solve.
Yeah, we knew that our best bet was to try to outrun them down the court and maybe get them beat before they can get their zone set up. And I've known Coach Page for a long time. When I was in college, I was a student assistant under his dad, and so his dad ran that same 1-2-2, 3-2 little matchup zone, and Brady's been doing it for a long time. And again, like I said, I have nothing but respect for him and his family and what they've really, like, his dad's kind of a guy that really got me into the coaching business and got me connected with a bunch of people. And so Brady does a great job with those kids. And you know, they're a winning tradition, Hennessey is. And so even though they moved up to 3A, I knew they'd be a tough beat. And obviously they beat Alva and beat our conference team, Lindsay. And so I think they do a great job. And I was proud of our guys for hooking up defensively and basically just trying to wear them out. You
know, one of the things you want to do, TJ, and you've been at this act long enough, you want to be playing your best basketball in late February and March, not late December or January. And you really are. You've now won 8 of your last 10 games going to the area finals.
Yeah, we kind of loaded our schedule up. We went and played in that Newcastle tournament and beat lost to Newcastle by like 9, single-digit loss, and they're a really quality 4A team. And then beat Lawton Ike by 12, but should have been about 20. They kind of scored some late. And then we beat Piedmont by 25. And after that, you know, we have to go through a rugged conference schedule with Marlowe and Purcell. I don't know if Purcell won tonight.
They were leading.
They were leading.
By
and
3.
Marlowe's a really good team, and Lindsay's a good team. And some of those schools, we go in through a grind. And so we've been fortunate enough to get going at the right time. And I think in all of 3A, 4A, 6A, it's whatever team is clicking at the right time. Is one that's going to take advantage of that.
One of the things I liked about your team and studying for this broadcast is you don't have any one standout. I mean, Hicks averages double figures, but there's so many versatile parts to this team, and it's a complete team effort. And I thought that was key tonight because Hicks struggled a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We run, like, even when our man offense, it isn't really necessarily a go-to guy. We kind of just we try to get all our guys to be good basketball players, and we try to develop them all, not just be a post guy, not just be a guard, and I think it shows through that everybody gets to eat. And so when everybody gets to eat, then they all want to work hard at getting better individually. And then you just kind of, if someone's not struggling or somebody's struggling, then hope somebody steps up and does a good part in taking up that slack.
I know you don't care. You're one win away from the state tournament, but would it be okay with you if you saw Purcell
Yes.
for a ticket to the state tournament?
We got the Squirtle app up here on this computer, and it looks like they beat Claremore Sequoia by 3, and that'll be the third time we've faced them on Friday. And so our guys, we want Purcell. They're a great team. Coach Raper does a great job, and they've won. I've been ranking them top 5 all year. No one knows about this north or southwest corner of Oklahoma basketball, and especially on the east side. And they were kind of underestimating Purcell, but 22-3, I think. And they got some really good players, and we want a chance to knock them off and knock them out of that area finals and punch our ticket to the state tournament on Friday.
Congratulations on the championship. Good luck next week.
All right, thanks, Todd. Nice meeting you, man.
Nice to meet you. TJ Scholes, the head coach at Washington, visiting with us here with a post-game show. Perry wins the girls' title, Washington the boys' championship. Congratulations to both. Hennessey and Lindsay will join the 2 champions in the Area 1 tournament next week. This week in about 48 hours in Enid, 1:30 and 3 on Thursday for the 2 losers bracket games. That's going to wrap it up. Women in the girls game, 64-45 Perry. In the boys game, it's Washington 42 and Hennessey 27. For Adam Dieselhorst, for Bryce Miller, and for Jake Gronk, our production crew here in Perry, I'm Todd Miller. So long, everybody.